Om Namah Shivaya. Murugan's Avatharam in the North. Discourse by MahaPeriyava from the book Voice of God, Volume 1. The same Kumaraswamy who took avatar in Sirgadi in Tamil Nadu and vanquished the Jains took avatar in Prayag when there was domination of Buddhists in the north. He was called Kumarila Bhatta. There is a similarity in names. There were those who had discarded even devotion and jnana and followed a certain discipline in the thought. These are the duties enjoined by the Vedas. If we merely follow them, it will give supreme happiness. They were called Karma Mimamsakas. They were also called Purva Mimamsakas. They found that by performing the duties as laid down in the Vedas, there was self-satisfaction and the world to prosper. Therefore, they would say, why Ishvara should be brought in as one who dispenses the fruits of Vedic karmas. Therefore, they would say, there was no need for devotion, bhakti. When there is fulfillment in performing the karmas, where is the need for intellectual exercise about the soul which has no karma? It is sin to give up karma for the sake of jnana, they would say. In other words, they were not for jnana margam either. Kumarila Bhatta was one such. In the Mimamsa sect, there are three divisions. Of the three, Bhatta religion was founded by Kumarila Bhatta himself. We will go into the background story for his founding the religion. He was following all the Vedic disciplines with the faith that they on their own give the fruits. At such a time, the influence of Buddhists who condemned the study of Vedas, performance of yajnas, etc. was on the rise. Kumarila Bhatta wanted to know why they held such a view and what their own doctrines were. He had no doubt whatsoever in the fruits gained by following the Vedic rituals, nor did he not want to give them up. Even so, he did not start off immediately for a fight with the Buddhists. Perhaps he must have thought with open mind, for what purpose their doctrines were formulated. We should first know fully. Then we will know whether the benefits of our doctrine are greater or theirs. It is only after that we should reject it. Or probably he thought if he studied their religion fully, he would eliminate the scope for debate and could reject the other side straight away, putting forth his views. If one were to be in the state of Subramanya, all doctrines will be known without having to study them. But to gain victory by being in the state of Subramanya is of no use, because there will always be difference of opinion. There is no merit in expecting the intervention of Subramanya repeatedly instead of people solving the dispute on their own by developing their intellect. If for everything we refer to the power of God and make the people useless, there is no need for creation. We can use the divine power once, destroy everything, and then keep quiet. If adharma becomes excessive, divine power like Krishna Paramatma has to be demonstrated. But at other times, showing oneself as human, the behavior should be consistent with humans. By this way, self-confidence, courage, and enthusiasm should be instilled in people in order that people can enlarge their own power. Kumarila Bhatta perhaps thought on these lines when he decided to study Buddhism fully and then attack it. Therefore, he decided to learn Buddhism as an ordinary human being. But Buddhists would teach their secret doctrines only to their disciples. Also, they would not admit into their viharas Brahmins who were performing their daily rituals. Because of this, Kumarila Bhatta made a big sacrifice. In order to understand the opponent's doctrine in the true manner, he sacrificed his own truth. Be indulged in false action, pretension. He called himself a Buddhist and joined the vihara. Secretly, he was observing only the most necessary karmas. At other times, he behaved as if he was one of them. This way, he learned the Buddhist doctrines fully. After that, he was not going to become a bhikshu and spread Buddhism. The other people started suspecting that he was going to cut himself away somehow and slip out of the vihara. Without his knowledge, they made inquiries and learned the facts about him. They decided, all right, he cheated us, therefore we should cheat him. If he had learned only a few of the secret doctrines, it would be enough if he is driven out of the vihara. But he has learned everything completely, therefore he should be driven out of the world itself. the doctrine of ahimsa disappeared without a trace. They drew him into conversation and deceitfully took him to the seventh floor. They pushed him down when he least expected it. Even at the moment of danger, his thoughts were about the Vedas. Therefore, he made a challenging vow. If Vedas are true, let nothing happen to me even when I fall from the seventh floor. So saying, he fell down. Exactly as he had said, his head suffered no injury even after a fall from such a height. But a small piece of stone had hit his eye and caused injury. We are wondering how he survived, but he became legitimately angry with the Vedas and thought, I have taken a vow on the truth of the Vedas. Why should I have even the small suffering? At that time, an invisible voice asked, What did you say? You did not say that nothing should happen to me because the Vedas are the truth. Only if you had said that, it would have meant total faith. But you said, if Vedas are the truth. In that, there is a lingering doubt. The injury to the eye is a result of this. Om Namah Shivaya. We shall listen to the continuation of the discourse in next post. Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Shankara Jai Jai Shankara. Kanchi Shankara Kamakoti Shankara.